Welcome to the Ultimate Coin Collector Journey. Today we are diving deep into one of the most sought after and insanely valuable coins in history, the 1972 D mint mark Lincoln penny with a jaw-dropping market value of $98,276. And before we go any further, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss another insane coin discovery you will want to share with your friends and family. Now imagine holding a coin that is over 50 years old, a coin that has survived the test of time and is now worth almost $100,000. This is not just a coin, this is a piece of American history and a treasure that can change lives forever. The 1972 D Lincoln penny is no ordinary penny. It is a coin that carries a story, a mystery, and a value that continues to astound collectors and investors alike. And today we are going to uncover every single detail that makes this coin so unbelievably valuable, from its minting secrets to its rarity to how collectors around the world are scrambling to get their hands on one of these masterpieces. Now, the 1972 D penny was minted in Denver during a time when the United States was experiencing incredible changes, from politics to culture to the economy, and every penny minted during that year has a story to tell. But the Denver minted version is special. The D mint mark signifies it was produced at the Denver Mint, and because of certain variations in die and striking errors, this particular penny has become a holy grail among numismatists. This coin has been preserved in exceptional condition, making it extremely rare and highly desirable in the coin market. Its value skyrocketed to $98,276, making it one of the most expensive pennies in the world, and we are going to explore why so many collectors are willing to pay such a premium for a small piece of copper. Now you might be wondering what makes a 1972 D penny worth so much. Well, first, it is all about rarity and condition. Most coins from this year were circulated and are worth only a few cents, but a small percentage of these coins were struck perfectly and have survived in mint condition, meaning they have sharp details, clear features, and no wear at all. And that is where the magic happens. When a coin is preserved this well, it becomes a time capsule, a perfect snapshot of history that collectors are willing to invest huge amounts of money to own. And the 1972 D penny has that perfect combination of rarity, condition, and historical significance, making it an extraordinary find. Now imagine walking into a coin shop or attending an auction and seeing a coin that is the envy of every collector in the room. This penny is not just currency, it is a statement, a symbol of prestige, and an investment that can grow over time. It is fascinating to think that a small copper coin could hold so much value and command attention around the world, and the journey of this coin does not stop at its market value. We will explore how to spot a genuine 1972 D penny, how to identify its mint mark, how to evaluate its condition, and how to avoid common mistakes that could cost you thousands if you are serious about collecting or investing in rare coins. Now let me take you through the history of the Lincoln penny itself. Abraham Lincoln was honored on the penny starting in 1909, and over the decades the design has evolved while maintaining the essence of his legacy. And the 1972 D penny is part of this rich legacy with its own unique story. Every line and curve of Lincoln's profile tells a tale of craftsmanship and meticulous attention to detail. Collectors around the globe study these pennies for hours, examining the date, the mint mark, the strike, and even the color of the copper. Each small detail can drastically affect its value, and understanding these nuances is what separates casual collectors from serious investors in the coin market. Now, if you think this coin is just about money, think again. It is about passion, about history, about being part of a community that cherishes rare treasures and sharing the excitement of finding a coin that very few people will ever own. In fact, there are stories of people discovering a 1972 D penny in a drawer or among their loose change and realizing that they hold a fortune in their hands, and those discoveries make headlines because they are living proof that history can literally be in your pocket. And throughout this video I will show you examples of real 1972 D pennies, their grading, their sale prices, and how collectors are making offers that seem almost unbelievable for a single penny. We will also explore how market trends affect the value of rare coins and how the demand for these Lincoln pennies continues to rise as more people discover the thrill of numismatics and the investment potential. Now, one of the most interesting aspects of the 1972 D penny is the variations that exist even among pennies. From the same year, the slightest difference in strike or die can turn a regular penny into a collector's dream, and understanding these differences is crucial if you want to navigate the coin market like a pro and avoid costly mistakes. So we will dive into details on how to identify authentic coins, how to recognize counterfeit markings, and what certifications to look for when buying or selling. Now, collectors love the story behind each coin as much as the coin itself, and the 1972 Lincoln penny is a story that spans decades, from its minting to surviving in circulation to being discovered and sold at astonishing prices. Its journey reflects not just the coin but the human fascination with rarity and value. And as we continue this video, I will share insider tips from top collectors and experts who explain why they would pay tens of thousands of dollars for a coin that many people might overlook. If you are new to collecting, or even if you are an experienced collector, there are lessons to be learned from this penny that can change the way you view coins, history, and investment strategies. Now imagine attending a high-profile coin auction, the tension in the room, the bidding wars, the excitement as the gavel comes down, and a 1972 Lincoln penny sells for an amount that could buy a car or even a house. That is the thrill of rare coins, and it is what keeps collectors coming back for more. And throughout this video I will break down how to read auction results, how to track market trends, and how to estimate future values based on historical sales and current demand. And by the end of this video you will understand why this small penny is more than just copper. It is a masterpiece, a rare artifact, and a potential life-changing investment. Now we will also cover how to preserve your coin for maximum value, from storage tips to handling precautions to choosing the right display cases and protective holders. Keeping your penny in pristine condition is essential if you want to maintain or even increase its value over time, and with proper care your 1972 penny could become the centerpiece of your collection for generations to come. So make sure you pay attention to these expert strategies, as they can save you thousands and ensure your coin remains a treasure rather than a liability. Now, in addition to its monetary value, this penny represents an opportunity to engage with a passionate community of collectors, from forums to coin shows to online marketplaces, and being part of this network can provide invaluable insights, tips, and connections that make collecting more rewarding and profitable. So whether you are a beginner or a seasoned collector, understanding the community aspect is just as important as understanding the coin itself. And finally, as we conclude this deep dive into the 1972 Lincoln penny, remember that this is not just about owning a piece of history, it is about experiencing the thrill of discovery, the joy of collecting, and the potential of making a wise investment that few people will ever have the chance to achieve. This penny represents rarity, history, passion, and value all rolled into one. And as you explore the world of numismatics, remember to study each coin carefully, verify its authenticity, track its market trends, and enjoy the journey, because the 1972 Lincoln penny is not just a coin, it is a story, a legend, and an opportunity to be part of something extraordinary. Welcome everyone to our deep dive into one of the most fascinating and sought-after coins in the world of numismatics today, the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. This particular coin has captured the attention of collectors across the globe, and for good reason. Its current market value stands at $42.378, but the story behind this penny is what truly makes it extraordinary. Today we are going to explore every aspect of this coin, from its history to its rarity to the factors that make it so valuable and collectible. So sit back and get ready for a journey through history, coins, and the fascinating world of Lincoln pennies. First, let us take a step back and understand the history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first regularly circulating American coin to feature the portrait of an actual historical figure. This in itself was revolutionary at the time, and set the stage for collectors to start paying attention to pennies beyond their face value. Over the decades, the Lincoln penny has seen multiple design changes, from the wheat ears on the reverse side to the Lincoln Memorial, and more recently to the shield design introduced in 2010. But the 1982 penny occupies a unique position in this timeline because it represents a transitional period in the coinage of the United States. Now let us focus specifically on the 1982 penny. Many people are not aware that 1982 was a very special year for the Lincoln cent. In this year, the United States Mint changed the composition of the penny from 95% copper and 5% zinc to 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plated with a thin layer of copper. This change was done primarily to save costs, as the price of copper had risen dramatically. The transition created a very interesting and highly collectible category of coins. Some pennies from 1982 were struck in the old copper composition, while others were struck in the new zinc composition. But what makes the coin we are discussing today even more special is that it has no mint mark. A mint mark is a small letter found on the coin which indicates which United States mint facility produced the coin. Coins from Philadelphia have traditionally had no mint mark. Coins from Denver have a D mint mark, and coins from San Francisco have an S mint mark, the absence of a mint mark on the 1982 penny indicates that it was minted in Philadelphia. However, not all Philadelphia pennies from this year are created equal. Some of these coins exhibit what collectors call the no mint mark variety, and these particular coins are extremely rare. They were produced in very limited numbers, and as a result, collectors are willing to pay a premium to add one to their collection. Let us now explore why this penny has become so valuable. The market value of $42.378 is not arbitrary. It is based on several factors, including rarity, condition, demand, and historical significance. First, the rarity of the coin is a key driver. If you imagine millions of pennies produced in 1982, only a small fraction of them are the no mint mark variety. This means that finding one in circulation today is exceedingly difficult. Collectors often spend years searching through rolls of pennies, hoping to find one in good condition. Condition plays a major role in determining the value of any collectible coin. A coin that is crisp and uncirculated will fetch a significantly higher price than one that shows wear and tear. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, and collectors pay close attention to these grades when buying and selling coins. The 1982 no mint mark Lincoln penny in excellent condition can command prices much higher than the standard market value due to its scarcity and desirability among collectors. Another important factor influencing the value is demand. In the world of coin collecting, certain coins become hot commodities and collectors actively compete to acquire them. This can drive prices up dramatically, and the 1982 no mint mark penny has certainly experienced this effect. Social media platforms, numismatic forums, and auction websites have all contributed to increased awareness of this coin, and collectors are constantly monitoring sales to ensure they do not miss an opportunity to purchase one. It is also fascinating to consider the historical context of the 1982 penny. The early 1980s were a time of economic change in the United States. Copper prices had soared, and the cost of producing pennies was higher than the actual face value of the coin. This led to the decision to switch to a zinc composition, and this small change had ripple effects in the world of coin collecting. The 1982 penny represents a moment in history when the United States Mint had to adapt to economic realities, and it also illustrates how small changes in composition and minting practices can create opportunities for collectors decades later. Now you might be wondering how you can identify a 1982 no mint mark penny from the regular pennies in circulation. The first step is to look closely at the mint mark area below the date on the coin. If there is no letter present and the coin is in good condition, you may have stumbled upon a very valuable find. Next, it is important to assess the coin's composition. The copper pennies from this year are slightly heavier than the zinc pennies, and this can be verified using a precise scale. Experienced collectors often rely on magnifying lenses to inspect minute details that can confirm authenticity. Finally, professional grading can provide assurance that your coin is genuine and can help maximize its market value. Collectors often enjoy the thrill of hunting for rare coins in circulation. Banks, rolls, and private collections. The search for a 1982 no mint mark penny is especially exciting because it combines elements of luck, skill, and knowledge. Understanding the history of the coin, knowing what to look for, and being patient are all critical aspects of a successful search. Some collectors even trade coins with friends or use online platforms to increase their chances of acquiring rare finds. The story of this penny does not end with its rarity or value. It also serves as a gateway into the broader world of coin collecting. Coin collecting is a hobby that combines history, art, science, and economics. Each coin tells a story and offers a tangible connection to the past. The 1982 no mint mark Lincoln penny is no exception. Its value is not just monetary, it is also educational and cultural. By studying this coin, collectors gain insights into the workings of the United States Mint, the evolution of currency, and the economic conditions of the early 1980s. For those who are new to collecting, it is important to understand that patience and knowledge are your greatest allies. Rushing into purchases or relying solely on hearsay can lead to mistakes. Collectors often join numismatic clubs, attend coin shows, and participate in online communities to exchange information and stay up to date on market trends. The 1982 no-mint mark penny is a perfect example of how knowledge can translate into value and enjoyment. When considering selling or buying this coin, it is essential to understand market fluctuations. The value of collectible coins can vary based on supply and demand, market sentiment, and economic conditions. Even though the average market value today is $42.378, prices can rise if the coin gains popularity, or if collectors compete fiercely to acquire it. Conversely, values can decline if interest wanes or if many coins enter the market at once. Finally, let us reflect on why the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny continues to fascinate collectors and enthusiasts alike. It is a coin that embodies history, rarity, and economic significance. It represents a transitional moment in American coinage and offers a tangible link to the past. Its story is not just about the metal it is made of or the numbers on the scale, but about the journey of a small piece of currency becoming a highly sought-after collector's item. Every time someone discovers one in circulation, it is a reminder of the excitement and adventure that coin collecting offers, and why this hobby has captivated millions of people around the world for generations. Hey everyone, today we are diving deep into one of the rarest, most fascinating, and most valuable coins in the history of American numismatics, the 1986 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. You heard that right, this is not just any ordinary penny. This is a coin that can be worth over $51,370 if you happen to own one, and today we are going to uncover everything from how it was made, why it is so rare, and how you can spot one before it slips through your fingers. First, let's set the stage for this incredible piece of history. The year was 1986. The United States Mint was producing billions of Lincoln pennies every year, and most of these pennies were ordinary and worth just a fraction of a cent. But something extraordinary happened in the production process that year. A very small number of pennies were struck without a mint mark, meaning they were missing the letter that tells you which mint produced them. In normal circumstances, coins come from Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, and they carry the PD or S mint mark. On the 1986 no-mint mark penny, these identifiers are mysteriously absent, making the coin instantly rare and highly sought after by collectors. Now, why would a penny be produced without a mint mark? You might wonder, was it a mistake or an intentional rare release? The answer lies in the intricate processes of coin production. The mint uses specially designed presses to strike coins, and sometimes errors occur due to misalignment or human oversight. These error coins are extremely rare because the mint has quality control procedures to prevent mistakes, but occasionally a coin slips through the cracks and becomes an instant collector's dream. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that is worth more than $51,000. That is the reality for some lucky collectors who stumbled upon the 1986 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. These coins are highly desirable not just because of their monetary value, but because they represent a piece of American history, a moment frozen in time when a simple penny became something extraordinary. People who have sold these coins have often described the experience as life-changing because a single coin can represent years of hard work in a heartbeat. Collectors are always on the hunt for rare coins, and the 1986 no-mint mark penny stands out for several reasons. The first reason is its rarity. While billions of regular pennies were minted, only a handful of these error coins exist. The second reason is its condition. Coins that are in perfect, uncirculated condition fetch significantly higher prices than coins that have been used or damaged. The third reason is the story behind the coin. The mystique of a coin with no mint mark has captured the imagination of collectors worldwide. Now let's talk about how to identify a 1986 no mint mark Lincoln penny. If you have a penny from 1986, the first thing to do is look at the reverse and obverse sides of the coin. Normally, the obverse side will show the image of Abraham Lincoln, and underneath it will have the date and a small letter indicating the mint location. If the letter is missing and the coin is in good condition, then congratulations, you may have found a coin worth thousands of dollars. However, it is crucial to verify the coin with a professional grading service to confirm its authenticity. Many counterfeit coins exist in the market, and professional authentication will protect you from making a costly mistake. But what makes this penny even more Fascinating is the market value over the past decade. The price of a 1986 no-mint mark penny has skyrocketed. It has gone from a curiosity to a high-value collector's item, with some coins selling for $51,370 or even more at auction. The market for rare coins is driven by scarcity, demand, and condition, and the 1986 no-mint mark Lincoln penny ticks all three boxes. This is why numismatists and investors alike pay close attention whenever one of these coins comes up for sale. Let's explore some real-life stories of people who discovered these rare pennies. One collector was cleaning out an old jar of coins inherited from a grandparent when he noticed a penny without a mint mark. After careful verification, he realized that he was holding a coin worth more than $50,000. The excitement of realizing that a simple penny can have such extraordinary value is part of what drives the hobby of coin collecting. Others have found these coins in circulation at banks or in rolls purchased from coin shops, highlighting the importance of always checking every coin you come across, because you never know when a piece of history might be hiding in plain sight. The design of the Lincoln penny itself also adds to the appeal. Abraham Lincoln has been featured on the penny since 1909, and his image has become iconic. The 1986 penny maintains the traditional design, but the missing mint mark makes it stand out from the millions of other pennies produced. In the same year, collectors are drawn to the contrast between the familiar design and the unexpected error, creating a perfect combination of nostalgia and rarity. As we continue our journey into the world of rare coins, it is important to understand the broader coin market. Coins like the 1986 no-mint mark Lincoln penny are part of a larger category known as era coins. Era coins are some of the most exciting pieces to collect because they are unique and tell a story about the minting process. These coins often command premiums far beyond their face value because they are limited in number and offer a tangible connection to history. Investing in coins can be both exciting and profitable, but it is essential to be informed. Education is key when navigating the world of rare coins. Understanding grading scales, market trends, and historical significance will help you make smart decisions. Collectors should also be cautious of scams and always rely on trusted sources and professional appraisals, because in the world of high-value coins, accuracy matters more than anything else. Now imagine adding a 1986 no-mint mark Lincoln penny to your collection. Not only would you own a piece of numismatic history, but you could also see its value grow over time. Many collectors hold on to these coins for years and even decades, knowing that rarity and demand will likely increase their worth. The thrill of owning a coin that could be worth over $51,000 is unmatched, and for many it becomes a lifelong passion. Throughout history, rare coins have captured imaginations. The 1986 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a prime example of how a small piece of metal can have a profound impact. Collectors not only value the monetary worth, but also the story behind the coin. Every scratch, every detail, every missing mark contributes to the uniqueness of the coin and makes it a treasure in the eyes of numismatists around the world. In conclusion, the 1986 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is more than just a coin. It is a symbol of rarity, history, and value. It represents the thrill of discovery, the joy of collecting, and the power of a simple object to change lives forever. If you have a chance to examine a coin from 1986, check carefully, look for the missing mint mark, and imagine the possibilities, because you may be holding a treasure worth $51,370 or even more. The world of rare coins is full of surprises, and the 1986 no-mint mark penny is a shining example of why collectors never stop searching. And before we wrap up, remember that every coin has a story, and the story of the 1986 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is a story of mystery, excitement, and incredible value. Keep your eyes open, check your coins, and who knows, you might just discover a piece of history hiding in your pocket. Thank you for watching, and make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an exciting deep dive into rare coins, history, and hidden treasures in your everyday life. Stay tuned, because there are always more fascinating stories to uncover in the world of numismatics. Welcome back, everyone. Today we are diving into one of the most talked about coins in the collecting world, the mysterious 1997 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. This small copper coin might look ordinary at first glance, but do not let appearances fool you, because this coin has sparked huge debates, endless excitement, and even shocking price claims across the coin community. Some collectors believe it is just another common penny, while others are convinced it hides surprising value. And today we are going to explore everything you need to know about this fascinating coin. First, let us talk about what people mean when they say no mint mark. Many new collectors hear this phrase and immediately think they have discovered a rare treasure. The idea sounds exciting because it feels like something is missing from the coin. But in reality, the story is much more interesting and much more complex than simply something being absent. In the United States, coins are produced at different mint facilities. The most well-known mints include Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from these mints usually carry small letters that identify where they were made. These letters are called mint marks. For pennies, you often see a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But here is where the confusion begins. For many years, coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint did not carry a mint mark at all. That means a penny without a mint mark is often completely normal. It does not automatically make the coin rare. This is one of the biggest misunderstandings among beginner collectors. So when you look at a 1997 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, you are most likely looking at a Philadelphia coin, which is standard and expected. But wait, do not click away yet, because this is where the story gets exciting. Even though most 1997 pennies without a mint mark are common, there are still situations where a coin from this year can carry unusual value. And that is exactly what keeps collectors searching through jars, piggy banks, and rolls of pennies, hoping to find something special. Let us take a closer look at the year 1997 itself. This was a time when billions of Lincoln pennies were produced. Yes, billions. The United States Mint created an enormous number of pennies to keep up with circulation demands. Because of this high production, most coins from this year are extremely common. You can still find them easily in everyday change. However, coin collecting is not only about rarity in terms of numbers. It is also about condition, errors, varieties, and unique characteristics. Condition is one of the most important factors in determining a coin's value. A heavily worn penny that has been used for decades will usually be worth only its face value. But a coin that looks almost brand new can be worth significantly more. Collectors call these coins uncirculated, which means they show little to no signs of wear. Imagine finding a 1997 Lincoln penny that still has its original shine, sharp details, and smooth surfaces. That coin instantly becomes more desirable than an average circulated example. And when coins are professionally graded, the value can increase dramatically. Now let us talk about grading, because this is where many of those shocking price numbers come into play. Professional grading companies evaluate coins based on their preservation quality. They use a scale that ranges from very poor condition all the way up to near perfect condition. Coins that receive extremely high grades, especially those close to perfect, can sell for surprising amounts. This is why you sometimes see headlines claiming a certain penny sold for tens of thousands of dollars. It is not because every penny from that year is valuable. It is because one specific coin achieved an extraordinary grade that is very difficult to find. When you hear a number like $60,000 attached to a penny, it usually represents a coin in exceptional condition, often graded at the very top of the scale. These coins are incredibly rare in that state, even if the date itself is common. Next, we must discuss errors, because errors are one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting. Mint errors occur when something unusual happens during the production process. These mistakes can create coins that look very different from normal examples. Errors can include double strikes, off-center designs, clipped planchets, die cracks, and many other fascinating anomalies. Collectors love error coins because they are unpredictable and unique. No two errors are exactly the same. And a dramatic error can transform an ordinary coin into a prized collectible. For 1997 Lincoln pennies, there are known minor varieties and errors that collectors search for. These might include doubling in certain letters, unusual die wear, or striking anomalies. While most coins will be normal, a small number can display interesting characteristics. This is why careful examination is essential. If you are searching your coins, do not simply glance at the date and move on. Look closely at the lettering, the surfaces, and the overall appearance. Use proper lighting. Magnification can also reveal details that are invisible to the naked eye. Now let us address the big question everyone asks: Is a 1997 Lincoln penny with no mint mark worth $60,000? The honest answer is that the vast majority are worth only 1 cent. Yes, just 1 cent. Because they are normal Philadelphia coins produced in huge quantities. But, and this is a very important but, a coin's value is never determined by date alone. A coin in extraordinary condition or with a remarkable error can achieve impressive prices. Those rare high-value examples are what fuel the excitement and keep collectors interested. Coin collecting is filled with stories of surprising discoveries. Someone checks old change and finds a coin worth far more than expected. These stories inspire millions of people to start looking more carefully at the coins they already have. And that is part of the magic of this hobby. Every coin has a story. Every coin has traveled through countless hands. And occasionally a coin survives in an incredible state waiting to be rediscovered. Let us also talk about realistic expectations. Many online posts exaggerate values or create sensational claims. This can lead to disappointment for new collectors who expect every old coin to be worth a fortune. Education is the key to avoiding frustration. Understanding mint history, production numbers, grading standards, and market demand helps you make informed decisions. Instead of chasing unrealistic jackpot dreams, focus on learning. Focus on building knowledge. Because knowledge is what transforms a beginner into a confident collector. If you find a 1997 penny that looks exceptional, keep it safe. Store it properly. Avoid touching the surfaces. Consider professional evaluation if the coin truly appears remarkable. And remember, patience is crucial. Coin collecting is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is a long-term journey filled with history, curiosity, and discovery. Before we wrap up, let us appreciate the Lincoln penny itself. This coin design has been part of American history for more than a century. It has witnessed generations of economic change, technological advancement, and cultural evolution. Even the most common penny carries historical significance. That is why collectors value more than just money. They value connection to history. So the next time you see a simple penny, take a moment to look at it more closely. Because within that small piece of metal lies a world of stories, details, and possibilities. Thank you for watching. Stay curious, keep searching, and never underestimate the coins in your pocket. Welcome back, everyone. Today we are diving into one of the most surprising and talked about coins in circulation, the 1998 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that correctly. A penny that many people ignore every single day could be hiding an incredible value that has shocked collectors and coin hunters around the world. In this video, we are going to explore why this small copper coin has created so much excitement, how it could potentially reach astonishing prices, and what you need to look for if you want to uncover one of these hidden treasures in your own pocket change. Imagine holding a coin that looks completely ordinary yet carries a story of rarity, demand, and unexpected worth. That is exactly what makes coin collecting so fascinating. Most people see pennies as loose change, something to toss into jars, drawers, or even leave behind at the counter. But history has proven time and time again that some of these coins can turn into life-changing discoveries. The 1998 D. Lincoln penny is one of those coins that has sparked curiosity, speculation, and serious interest. Let us start by understanding the basics. The 1998 Lincoln penny was produced at multiple mint locations including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The D-Mint mark indicates that the coin was struck at the United States Mint facility in Denver. Millions of pennies were minted that year, which might make you wonder, how could something produced in such large numbers ever become valuable? This is where things get interesting. Value in coins does not always come from low mintage alone. It often comes from unique characteristics, minting anomalies, condition, rarity, and collector demand. Even coins with high production numbers can become extremely desirable when certain factors align. For the 1998 D. Lincoln penny, collectors have identified specific features that separate ordinary examples from those that command serious attention. Point 1. Of the biggest drivers of value is condition. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A penny that has been heavily circulated, scratched, worn, or damaged will almost always be worth only face value. But a coin that remains in exceptional condition with sharp details, original luster, and minimal imperfections can be dramatically more valuable. High-grade coins are rare because most coins enter circulation and accumulate wear over time. Now imagine a 1998 D. Lincoln penny that has survived decades while maintaining near-perfect quality. These coins can receive extremely high grading scores from professional grading services. When a coin achieves a top-tier grade, it instantly becomes part of an elite category. Collectors compete fiercely for such pieces, driving prices upwards, sometimes to astonishing levels. Another factor that fuels excitement is the possibility of minting variations. Coin production is a complex process involving dies, presses, and precise engineering. Occasionally, small differences occur, creating varieties that collectors eagerly seek. These varieties can include doubling effects, unusual textures, die cracks, and other microscopic details that transform an ordinary coin into something special. For the 1998 Lincoln penny, certain varieties have generated significant buzz. Coin enthusiasts examine details like lettering, sharpness, design elements, and surface quality, searching for anything that stands out. Even a subtle difference can dramatically alter value when verified and recognized by the collecting community. Let us talk about market psychology, because this is a crucial piece of the puzzle. Coin values are influenced by supply, demand, and perception. When collectors believe a coin is scarce, desirable, or historically significant, demand increases. As more people chase fewer high-quality examples, prices naturally rise. Sometimes values surge not only because of rarity but because of attention and enthusiasm. Stories of high-value sales spread quickly. When collectors hear about a coin reaching impressive numbers, curiosity explodes. People start checking their coins. Videos gain traction. Discussions intensify. This cycle of awareness often amplifies demand further. The idea that a common-looking penny could be worth thousands or even tens of thousands captures imagination in a powerful way. Now let us address the headline-grabbing figure that has captured so much attention. Reports of exceptional examples of certain pennies reaching extraordinary values have fueled intense discussion. While not every 1998 Lincoln penny carries such value, the possibility of discovering a high-grade or rare variety example is enough to keep collectors engaged and motivated. This is the magic of coin hunting. It is not only about guaranteed riches. It is about potential discovery, excitement, and the thrill of the search. Every coin examined becomes a moment of possibility. Every detail inspected becomes part of a larger adventure. That is why so many people find this hobby addictive, rewarding, and endlessly fascinating. If you are watching this video, chances are you have at least some coins nearby. Maybe you have a jar filled with change. Maybe you have old rolls of pennies tucked away. Maybe you receive coins daily without ever thinking twice. This is your reminder that hidden gems can exist in the most ordinary places. So what should you look for? Start with the mint mark. Locate the small letter D on the obverse side near the date. Confirm the year 1998. Next, examine the overall condition. Look at Lincoln's portrait. Observe the hair details. Check the lettering. Notice the surfaces. Coins with strong shine, clear detail, and minimal wear are always worth closer inspection. Lighting is important. Rotate the coin under bright light. Observe reflections. Surface quality can reveal signs of cleaning, damage, or preservation. Collectors value originality, so coins that retain natural appearance often attract greater interest. Magnification can also be your best friend. Even a basic magnifying glass can reveal subtle features. Doubling effects, die variations, and fine details become easier to detect. Many valuable varieties are invisible to the naked eye, making careful inspection essential. Patience is key. Most coins you check will be ordinary. That is normal. That is expected. But the possibility of encountering something exceptional keeps the search alive. Every collector knows that remarkable finds often come after countless ordinary observations. Let us also discuss the educational aspect of this hobby. Coin collecting teaches history, economics, design, and attention to detail. Each coin represents a snapshot of a specific time and place. The Lincoln penny itself honors one of the most iconic figures in American history and has existed for generations, connecting collectors to a long legacy. When you study coins, you are not just examining metal. You are exploring stories, craftsmanship, and cultural significance. That deeper connection is what transforms coin collecting from a simple pastime into a truly engaging pursuit. There is also a strong community element. Collectors share discoveries, knowledge, and enthusiasm. Online forums, social platforms, and videos like this one create spaces where people exchange ideas and celebrate finds. Learning from others accelerates understanding and increases enjoyment. Now imagine the excitement of finding a coin that stands out from the rest. That moment when you realize you might be holding something special is unforgettable. The anticipation, the research, the verification. The journey from discovery to confirmation is a thrilling experience. It is important to approach coin values realistically. Not every coin with a specific date or mint mark will be valuable. Many factors influence worth, including condition, rarity, demand, and professional grading. But awareness empowers you to make informed decisions and avoid overlooking potential treasures. For beginners, the best strategy is education, observation, and consistency. Learn basic grading concepts. Familiarize yourself with common varieties. Develop a habit of checking coins regularly. Over time, your eye becomes sharper, your knowledge deeper, and your appreciation greater. Let us consider how many coins pass through hands daily. Billions of transactions, countless exchanges, endless circulation. Within that massive flow, small pockets of rarity can still exist. Coins saved accidentally, coins preserved unknowingly, coins waiting to be rediscovered. This idea continues to inspire collectors worldwide. The belief that extraordinary finds can emerge from everyday change creates a sense of wonder and possibility that few hobbies can match. As you continue watching, think about your own coins. Imagine holding a small copper-colored coin that looks completely ordinary yet could secretly be worth a life-changing amount of money. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern coin stories in circulation. The mysterious 1989 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. A coin that many people ignore every single day. A coin that could be hiding in your pocket, your drawer, your piggy bank, or even your couch cushions. And most importantly, a coin that collectors have been talking about with excitement, curiosity, and sometimes confusion. Welcome to this detailed journey into the world of coin collecting, treasure hunting, and hidden value. If you have ever wondered whether a simple penny could actually be valuable, then you are about to discover something truly eye-opening. Stay with me until the end, because what you learn today could change the way you look at every single coin you own. Let us begin with a simple question. What exactly is a mint mark? A mint mark is a small letter stamped on a coin that tells you where that coin was produced. In the United States, coins are struck at different mint facilities. The most common mint marks you will see on pennies are D for Denver and S for San Francisco. However, there are many coins that carry no mint mark at all. And this is where things become interesting. The 1989 Lincoln penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. For many years, Philadelphia coins traditionally did not carry a mint mark. So technically speaking, a 1989 penny without a mint mark is completely normal. Millions upon millions of them were produced. Most are only worth 1 cent. But within this enormous sea of ordinary coins, there are rare exceptions. Tiny variations, tiny mistakes, tiny details that can transform a common penny into a collector's dream. This is the part that most people never realize. In the coin world, rarity is everything. Value is driven by demand, condition, and uniqueness. Even the smallest difference can make a massive impact. A slight doubling of letters, a misaligned strike, an unusual surface texture, or a design detail that should not exist. When collectors discuss the 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny, they are not talking about every coin from that year. They are searching for specific era coins and unusual varieties. These coins are the hidden treasures. The coins that sell for hundreds, thousands, and in extraordinary cases even tens of thousands of dollars. Now you might be thinking, how can one penny ever be worth $62,389? That sounds unbelievable. But in the world of numismatics, stories like this are real. Coins have sold for astonishing prices simply because they possess features that are extremely rare. Not because they are made of gold. Not because they are ancient. But because they are unique. Let us talk about the Lincoln penny itself. First introduced in 1909, the Lincoln cent became one of the most recognizable coins in history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first United States coin to feature a real historical person, Abraham Lincoln. A symbol of leadership, resilience, and history. By 1989, the Lincoln penny had already been in circulation for decades. It was composed primarily of copper-plated zinc. Lightweight, modern, and produced in huge quantities. To the average person, it was just another penny. But to collectors it was another year filled with potential errors, varieties, and surprises. Coin errors occur during the minting process. These are not intentional designs. They are accidents. Mechanical issues. Die problems. Alignment mistakes. And sometimes these accidents create coins that collectors desperately want. One of the most famous types of errors is the doubled die. This happens when the die used to strike the coin receives multiple impressions slightly offset from each other. The result is visible doubling in letters, numbers, or design elements. These coins can be incredibly valuable depending on how dramatic the doubling is. Another important factor is condition. In coin collecting, condition can mean everything. A worn coin that has circulated heavily may have little value even if it is rare. But a coin in near perfect condition can command extraordinary prices. Grading plays a major role here. Professional grading services examine coins under magnification. They evaluate luster, strike surface quality, and preservation. A high-grade coin can multiply value dramatically. When you hear about a 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny selling for a huge amount, it is almost always a coin with a specific era combined with exceptional condition. Not an ordinary circulated penny. This is where the treasure hunt begins for everyday people. Because these coins were released into circulation, they were mixed with normal coins. They passed through cash registers, vending machines, wallets, and banks. Which means some could still be out there waiting to be discovered. Imagine the possibility. A coin sitting unnoticed in a jar. A coin someone almost spent. A coin that could change someone's financial situation simply because they took the time to look closely. So what should you actually look for? First, pay attention to the date. 1989. Next, confirm there is no mint mark beneath the date. Then begin examining details. Study the lettering. Look at the word Liberty. Inspect the date itself. Observe Lincoln's profile. Use magnification if possible. Many valuable errors are subtle. Small doubling, slight distortions, unusual textures. These are things the naked eye may miss. Another critical concept is market value versus face value. Face value is what the coin legally represents. 1 cent market value is what collectors are willing to pay. And that number can vary dramatically. Coin prices are influenced by auctions, collector demand, rarity discoveries, and overall market trends. A coin that sells for a huge amount represents a specific buyer at a specific time who saw extraordinary value in that piece. It is also important to stay realistic. Not every 1989 penny without a mint mark is valuable. Most are common. But the existence of rare varieties means searching is still worthwhile. This is why coin collecting remains one of the most exciting hobbies in the world. It combines history, mystery, patience, and the thrill of discovery. Every coin has a story. Every coin could hold a surprise. Think about how many pennies exist in the world. Billions. Yet collectors continue searching because rarity hides within abundance. The extraordinary hides within the ordinary. There is also a psychological element. The idea that something small, overlooked, and seemingly insignificant could be valuable is deeply fascinating. It challenges assumptions. It sparks curiosity. This is why stories of valuable pennies spread so quickly. They ignite imagination. They make people pause before spending coins. They turn everyday objects into potential treasures. If you decide to search your coins, take your time. Do not rush. Do not assume. Learn to observe carefully. Compare with reference images. Educate yourself about known errors. Knowledge is your greatest tool. The more you understand, the more effectively you can identify something unusual. Remember that coin collecting is not only about money. It is about appreciation. About history. About understanding the journey of currency through time. That penny in your hand traveled through countless exchanges. It moved between people, businesses, cities, and generations. It is a tiny piece of economic and social history, and sometimes, just sometimes, it becomes something far more than 1 cent. So the next time you receive change, do not ignore the pennies. Look at them. Study them. Because within that handful of ordinary coins could be something remarkable. A rare variety. A mint error. A coin with a story worth telling. Thank you for joining this deep exploration into the fascinating world of the 1989 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. If you found this journey interesting, enlightening, or exciting, then remember to stay curious, keep searching, and never underestimate the hidden potential of everyday objects. Because treasure does not always glitter. Sometimes it is copper-colored, small, and hiding in plain sight. Welcome back, everyone. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about coins in modern collecting, the 1970 no mint mark Lincoln penny, and why some examples are rumored to carry astonishing values reaching figures like $43,290. If you have ever checked your pocket change or opened an old jar of coins, this is the kind of story that makes your heart race, because it reminds us that ordinary-looking coins can sometimes hide extraordinary potential. Let us start with the basics. The 1970 Lincoln penny is a coin that many people have seen. Millions were produced. At first glance, it looks like just another copper-colored cent featuring Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. Nothing flashy. Nothing dramatic. Yet within this seemingly common coin lies a world of details that collectors obsess over. First, we must understand what no mint mark actually means. In the United States coin system, a mint mark indicates where a coin was produced. Coins struck in Philadelphia during most of history did not carry a mint mark. Coins from Denver show a D. Coins from San Francisco show an S. So when we say 1970 no mint mark Lincoln penny, we are essentially talking about a coin made in Philadelphia. Now here is where excitement often begins. Many people hear no mint mark and instantly think rare, valuable, hidden treasure. But the truth is more nuanced. Philadelphia produced huge numbers of pennies in 1970. So the absence of a mint mark alone does not automatically create rarity. The real story is about condition, errors, varieties, and collector demand. Think about it this way. Imagine two coins minted in the same year. One is worn, scratched, and dull from decades of circulation. The other is pristine with sharp details, blazing luster, and surfaces that look untouched. Technically, they are the same coin. But in the coin market, they live in completely different worlds. Collectors place enormous emphasis on grade. Grade is the measure of a coin's condition. Professional grading services examine coins under magnification and assign numerical ratings. A coin graded mint state 65 or higher can be dramatically more valuable than a circulated piece. Tiny differences can mean thousands of dollars. When people talk about a 1970 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth over $40,000, they are not talking about the average coin found in pocket change. They are referring to an exceptional specimen. A coin that may have near-perfect surfaces, stunning eye appeal, and possibly a notable variety, or error. Let us explore varieties, because this is where the plot thickens. In 1970, there were different die varieties used in minting pennies. Slight differences in lettering, spacing, and design details can create collectible subtypes. Collectors search for these like detectives hunting clues. One of the most famous varieties from 1970 involves the small date and large date differences, especially associated with San Francisco issues. While those carry the S mint mark, they often drive broader interest in the entire year. When collectors focus on a specific year, prices for related coins can rise. Even among Philadelphia coins, subtle die differences can attract attention. Strong strikes, unusual toning, or distinctive characteristics sometimes become highly sought after. When demand meets scarcity, prices can climb rapidly. Now let us talk about errors, because coin errors are one of the most thrilling aspects of collecting. Errors occur when something unexpected happens during the minting process. This might include off-center strikes, doubled dies, clipped planchets, or other anomalies. An error coin is like a mistake that turned into art. Each one is unique. Each one tells a story of the minting process. And collectors love stories. If a 1970 no mint mark Lincoln penny also features a dramatic error, its value can increase significantly. Combine rarity, strong condition, and a desirable error, and you suddenly have a coin that captures serious attention. But where does a number like $43,290 come from? In the coin world, headline numbers often originate from auction results. A single extraordinary sale can ripple through the community. Collectors talk about it. Articles mention it. Videos highlight it. Suddenly everyone is checking their coins. It is important to remember that auction prices reflect very specific coins. A record price does not mean every similar coin is worth the same amount. The coin might have been graded extremely high. It might have had exceptional toning. It might have been one of the finest known examples. This is why education is everything in coin collecting. Knowledge separates realistic expectations from myths. Instead of assuming every 1970 penny is a jackpot, smart collectors learn what actually drives value. Let us imagine you find a 1970 no mint mark Lincoln penny. What should you do? First, examine the coin carefully. Look at the overall condition. Are Lincoln's features sharp? Is the surface smooth or covered in marks? Does the coin shine with original luster or look dull and worn? Next, look for anything unusual. Check the lettering. Check the date. Check the edges. Use a magnifying glass if possible. Many valuable discoveries begin with curiosity and patience. If your coin looks exceptionally well preserved or displays something odd, consider consulting a professional grading service or an experienced coin dealer. Expert evaluation can reveal details invisible to the untrained eye. Another key factor is market psychology. Coin values are influenced not only by rarity but also by popularity. When a particular coin becomes trendy, more collectors want it. Increased demand can push prices upward. This is why certain coins surge in value after being featured in media articles or online discussions. Attention fuels interest. Interest fuels demand. Demand fuels price movement. Yet collecting is not just about chasing big numbers. It is about history, craftsmanship, and the joy of discovery. Every Lincoln penny represents a piece of American history. These coins passed through countless hands, witnessed decades of change, and quietly accompanied everyday life. The Lincoln penny itself is iconic. First introduced in 1909, it marked a turning point in coin design by featuring a real historical figure. Over the decades, it became one of the most recognizable coins in the world. By 1970, the Lincoln Memorial reverse had already become familiar. The design symbolized stability, tradition, and national pride. Owning coins from this era connects collectors to a fascinating chapter of monetary history. Let us also address a common misconception. High values are typically associated with extraordinary circumstances. Ultra-high grades, rare varieties, dramatic errors, or historically significant pieces. Most coins remain modestly priced, but that does not diminish the excitement, because the possibility of finding something special keeps the hobby alive. It transforms everyday objects into potential treasures. Imagine the thrill of discovering that a coin you almost ignored has a rare feature. Imagine holding a small copper disc that carries a story collectors are eager to hear. That sense of wonder is priceless. For those building collections, the 1970 no mint mark Lincoln penny can be an interesting addition. It represents an accessible entry point into studying varieties, grading, and market dynamics. You can learn how small differences matter. You can train your eye to recognize quality. You can deepen your understanding of how coins are evaluated and traded. Coin collecting rewards patience. The more you study, the more you notice. The more you notice, the more fascinating the hobby becomes. So when you hear about a 1970 no mint mark Lincoln penny valued at $43,290, think of it as an invitation to explore rather than a guarantee of riches. Use it as motivation to examine your coins, to learn, to ask questions, to appreciate the intricate world behind seemingly simple objects. Because at the end of the day, every coin carries more than metal. It carries history, mystery, and the endless possibility of discovery. Thank you for watching. Stay curious, keep searching, and remember that sometimes the most ordinary looking coins can lead to the most extraordinary journeys. Welcome back, everyone. Today we are diving deep into one of the most shocking and talked about coins in the modern collecting world, the 2000 Lincoln penny. This tiny coin that many people ignore every single day has created massive excitement, huge speculation, and unbelievable headlines across the coin community. Some reports and listings have suggested values reaching astonishing numbers, even figures like $62,387. That number sounds unbelievable. It sounds impossible. But this is exactly why you need to stay with me through this entire video, because what you are about to learn could completely change the way you look at your pocket change forever. Most people think valuable coins only come from the distant past. Old silver coins, ancient currency, rare gold pieces. But the truth is far more exciting. Valuable coins can be hiding in plain sight. Coins that are not centuries old. Coins that were minted in your lifetime. Coins that you may have already handled without even realizing their potential importance. And the 2000D Lincoln penny is the perfect example of this modern-day treasure hunt. Let us start with the basics. The year 2000 marked a powerful symbolic moment. A new millennium. A new era. A time when billions of coins were produced to meet demand. The Denver Mint struck enormous quantities of Lincoln pennies that year. On the surface, this suggests there is nothing rare. Nothing special. Nothing worth chasing. But this is where things become fascinating, because within massive production numbers, mistakes and unusual variations can appear. Errors are the heartbeat of modern coin excitement. A coin that is supposed to look one way but ends up looking different instantly grabs attention. A tiny deviation. A small imperfection. A subtle anomaly. These are the details that transform an ordinary coin into something collectors desperately want. And the 2000D Lincoln penny has become famous for exactly these kinds of mysteries. One of the biggest reasons collectors talk about this coin involves die errors and striking abnormalities. When a die begins to wear down, strange visual effects can appear. Letters may look distorted. Surfaces may seem unusual. Certain details might appear doubled or blurred. These effects can vary widely. Some are minor. Some are dramatic. Some are so visually striking that they trigger intense bidding wars. Imagine pulling a penny from circulation. A coin worth 1 cent. Now imagine experts examining it and discovering something unusual. Something not seen on standard issues. Suddenly that tiny coin is no longer ordinary. It becomes a conversation piece. A curiosity. A potential jackpot. This psychological shift is exactly what fuels the coin market. Now let us address the eye-catching value claims. Numbers like $62,000 do not come from typical circulated coins. These figures are usually associated with extremely specific conditions. Exceptional preservation. Rare combinations of errors. Unique characteristics. High-grade examples that are nearly flawless. The difference between a worn penny and a pristine specimen can be absolutely enormous. Condition is everything in coin collecting. A coin that looks brand new. Sharp details. No visible wear. Clean surfaces. Strong luster. These qualities push values upward dramatically. Professional grading services play a major role here. When a coin receives a top grade, collectors pay attention. Investors pay attention. Prices can skyrocket. Think about how many pennies are handled every day. Tossed into jars. Dropped on counters. Scraped across surfaces. The vast majority suffer wear quickly. This means truly high-grade coins become surprisingly scarce even for modern dates. Scarcity plus demand creates value. This is one of the most important principles you must understand. But there is another layer to this story. Market psychology. Hype. Perception. When stories circulate about massive coin values, curiosity explodes. People rush to search their coins. Videos trend. Articles spread. Auctions gain traction. Even if only a tiny fraction of coins reach extreme prices, the excitement alone drives massive engagement. This is why you may see headlines that appear unbelievable. They capture attention. They spark imagination. They create urgency. And sometimes they are based on very real sales of very specific coins. The key is understanding context. Not every 2000D penny is worth thousands. But some unusual examples can indeed command serious money. Let us talk about what you should actually look for. Examine the date carefully. Study the mint mark. Inspect the lettering. Observe the surfaces. Look for anything that seems different from a typical penny. Unusual textures. Odd distortions. Signs of doubling. Anything that makes you pause and question. Lighting is your best friend during inspection. Tilt the coin slowly. Watch how light reflects. Small details often become visible only at certain angles. Patience is critical. Rushing through coins can cause you to miss important features. Many discoveries happen because someone took extra time to look closely. Magnification can reveal a completely different world. Tiny imperfections, micro details, subtle anomalies. What looks normal to the naked eye may tell a very different story under magnification. This is where collectors often experience that thrilling moment of realization. Another powerful factor is education. The more you learn, the more opportunities you see. Knowledge transforms random searching into focused hunting. Instead of guessing, you begin recognizing patterns. Instead of hoping, you begin identifying possibilities. This is how serious collectors build success. Now imagine the emotional impact of finding something special. The excitement. The disbelief. The rush of adrenaline. This feeling is what makes coin collecting addictive for many people. It is not just about money. It is about discovery, curiosity, history, the thrill of the hunt. The Lincoln penny itself carries deep historical significance. A design that has endured for generations. A coin that connects modern life with a powerful past. Every penny tells a story. Every year represents a snapshot of time. This emotional connection amplifies collecting passion. In the year 2000, the world was changing rapidly. Technology expanding. Economies evolving. Societies shifting. Coins minted during that period are physical artifacts of that era. Holding one is like holding a tiny piece of the millennium transition. But let us return to market reality. Values fluctuate. Trends shift. Demand rises and falls. What captures attention today may cool tomorrow. This dynamic environment is part of what makes the coin market so fascinating. It is alive. It moves. It reacts. Smart collectors stay informed. They follow auctions. They watch grading results. They track emerging trends. They understand that patience often outperforms impulsive decisions. This mindset separates casual curiosity from strategic collecting. It is also important to remain realistic. Extraordinary prices typically involve extraordinary coins, rare errors, exceptional grades, unique features. Expecting every coin to be a jackpot leads to disappointment. But staying observant leads to opportunity. Searching coins can be incredibly rewarding even without massive discoveries. You sharpen your observation skills. You develop historical awareness. You engage with a global community of enthusiasts. The journey itself becomes valuable. And remember something truly powerful. Many people spend valuable coins without ever noticing. They pass through countless hands. They disappear into circulation. Awareness is your greatest advantage. Simply paying attention puts you ahead of the majority. Imagine the contrast. Two people handle the same penny. One ignores it. One inspects it. One forgets it. One researches it. Over time, these small differences in behavior can lead to dramatically different outcomes. The story of the 2000 Lincoln penny represents more than a single coin. It symbolizes possibility, hidden value, the idea that ordinary objects can hold extraordinary potential. This concept resonates deeply with viewers and collectors alike. This is why videos like this gain traction. They tap into curiosity, hope, the universal dream of finding something remarkable in everyday life. And sometimes that dream becomes reality. So what should you do after this video? Start looking. Check your change. Examine your coin jars. Search old collections.